superpowers. And she talks to animals. She has a dog. And always talks to it. And the dog's named Ladybug. And the dog will be like, "Ruff. We don't have any snacks." And he's like, the dog would bark again, and she's like, "I said we don't have any. I'll get some tomorrow." And the dog barks again, and she's like, "All right, I'll give you, you want some rawhide?" The dog barks again. So she gives him rawhide, and the dog walks off. Which is, and the same thing with the word pussy. If you call somebody pussy, it means they're less than a man. It doesn't mean you think women are less, or not strong, but just from personal experience, you know, a pussy can take a pretty good pounding. So, but you'll never hear a boxer be called a pussy. Be like, "Man, did you see that fight last night?" "Oh no, it beat the hell out of him. He's one hell of a pussy, let me tell you." Just pounded him and pounded him, and he still stood up. I was like, damn. Just seems weird, doesn't it? You would think you have the opposite. And there's a lot of stuff like that. I'm not going to go into all of them. No, but speaking of Jesus, I don't know if anybody else noticed that. And if you read the Bible, Jesus actually died. And 3 days later, he came back. And nobody got too terribly upset. I mean, you two guys out there be like, "Hey, isn't that Jesus?" "Yeah." "Didn't he die?" "Yeah, he got better." Nobody ever was like, bashed him in the head thinking he was a zombie. No, they're just like, "No. Okay, come back from the dead." I guess in the Bible or whatever time that was, it's, you guys don't like that joke, do you? It sounded really good in the mirror. The guy there was laughing his ass off. Anyway, no, speaking of Jesus, it is really weird if you read the Bible again, that he's a baby and then he's all grown up, but no teenager. No teenage Jesus. That seems really weird. Although, I don't know when he learned to make water into wine. But if what was George growing up is like water into camels, there'd probably be some issues. Because Mary would have to tell Joseph, like, "Joseph, the camels are drunk." Jesus Christ. And you know, you can't scold him. You know, it's like, "Hey, you go to your room." He's like, "Eh? You go to hell." All right. Little shit. All right, next time. And, you know, I tried to talk to him, tried to be, you know, but it doesn't work, because he always throws that back at him. He's like, "You're not my real dad." So I just think teenage Jesus would be an asshole. You ever met a teenager? They're assholes.
Yeah.
See? You know. Are you one? You are one.
Yeah.
Both of you. You look like pricks.
Yeah.
I mean that in a nice way. I mean, you look pretty tough. Like a pussy. I bet he could take a pounding, huh? Just asking. Making small talk. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you very much.
His face is just bloodshot red. One sip of that. I'm telling you. It's funny. All right, our next comedian is a Chinese individual. Just met him in the bathroom. I've known him for a few weeks. I'm just kidding. I'm all about race jokes. Funny ones. Everybody give it up for Mr. Jin. Mr. J.
What if when you were born, instead of hands, they just assigned you a couple of random objects, and that's just how it was instead, you know? So if you were born with washcloths, you just found yourself in kitchens your whole life, just cleaning up spills. I think it's funny that our parents listened to rap music about selling drugs, and now rap music is about drug usage. A little bit more accessible. You know, if I had to identify as a political stance, I would choose Republican Jesus, you know? Republican Jesus helps people who help themselves. He requires two things: that you feel bad about your existence, and that you take reasonable measures to improve your lot, you know? Like me. When I go to the grocery store and I use my food stamps and I see the checkout girl's hot, I go to a different aisle, you know? Show some shame. You know, because it's so, poor people are so inconvenient, aren't they? When they remind you that they exist and you're downtown and they say, hey, do you have some change? And you have to think, is this guy strung out and unmotivated, or am I a selfish asshole? Ugh, I wish someone would just choose for me. Republican Jesus would just really bring up the morale of scrubs, you know? It'd be like public housing, SNAP, welfare, and may all my expendable income go to fast cars and thick girls. So, have you ever pushed people away because you knew that once they got close, you'd extend your claws, and you'd always regret when you came back down as a Hulk, and holding in your hands were the fabrics of your lost hopes and dreams? Have you ever played with your desires at a distance because you know at heart you can never really have it, you know? Just could never get over fuck Freud, an event that, you know, society never teached you how to get past, you know? If you feel like emotional intelligence should be more important than societally defined intelligence, can I get an amen? Amen. Everybody teaches you how to take bullshit and pass tests, but nobody teaches you how to want to be alive. So Tinder and Pokemon Go, right? Tinder and Pokemon Go, both dying brands, both irrelevant to getting laid. So why don't we just combine them? That's what I think, you know? So you had to like battle people, and you know, if you won, they had to date you. You could catch them all. All the STDs, which, by the way, you know, the last time I got an STD, they gave me a shot in my ass, which I wasn't expecting. But the lady was like, man, you gotta watch it. Gonorrhea is evolving. Next time, it's just like Pokemon, you know, evolving. But the biggest STD, I think, is vanity. Nobody likes it when you join a dating app and you find out it's a vanity trap. That's a little real. So I used to be a moron who thought sex was something that you orchestrated as an event. You know, you tried to make sex happen by convincing people and persuading them and advertising yourself. And I've been an idiot, and I realized that sex is just something that happens between two consenting adults. And if you didn't know that, then you're either a virgin or a rapist. It's not for me to decide, you know? But honestly, I think when you open yourself up to the transcendental human experience, things just, you know, happen or whatever. So I was telling my friend, you know, that I thought he had a mood disorder and he should see a psychiatrist, because I've had such good luck, you know, with Prozac and Lamotrigine, you know. And, you know, maybe you take them your whole life. I don't say you have to, but I think the great thing about taking pills for your, you know, disposition in life is that it can teach you what it's like to feel normal, you know? What it's like to be like everybody else, sort of, you know? To not think certain things, you know? So that's great. Is that a joke? Or is that just pain? It's hard to tell. I gained 30 pounds, which is a lot to gain in such a short time frame that it happened. At first I thought it was like an issue, but then I realized there's no issue with my weight, you know, it's just a reality that I have to face. The reality is that I care about being sexy, less than I want Nutter Butters at 1 a.m. It's just the reality of it. And when I look all at you, the reality is you live in Missouri. What do you think about when you hear the word abuse, you know? Abuse? It just brings up like all these negative connotations that you don't want to associate or think about, right? But I think that such things like alienate us, you know, from our experiences and prevent, you know, self-growth. So I feel like, you know, we can't tone police life. And in fact, on this planet, all our life is about is our relationships. And all our relationships are about how we give each other pain and disappoint each other. That's all that life is, you know? And if you can't accept that, then I guess you're always just going to be a little bitch. My favorite part of the night was when we got into an argument and it got real and we tried to hurt each other. He said, "I never tried to hurt you." I say, "Well, I was trying to hurt you."